One of the most important decisions you're going to make in your real estate career is picking the right broker. From that one decision of picking the right broker could actually determine whether or not you fail or succeed in the real estate industry. So I'm going to tell you right now, you need to take it really seriously. It is very important. I'm going to walk you through some things. First, it's about mentality. Like, you got to ask yourself things about you. And then it's about step by step the things you should be doing to make sure you pick the right broker for you. Okay, so first off, I got my notes right here. You have to understand where you are at in life, right? So, are you starting off like most people do? Like, are you a part-time person? Um, are you thinking about leaving a steady paycheck? Like, you really have to figure out who you are. Are you the mom or the dad that has to pick up the kids and drop off the kids, so your schedule is a little bit limited? Do you have a full-time job and you're part-time in real estate? Do you have a really good steady paycheck? So I just talked to someone today. They make over $105,000 a year on their base job, and I tell them, like, you may want to keep that job unless you have enough in savings to make this transition, because it may not be what you think it is. So maybe you need a part-time opportunity, and I got her connected with some different companies that might fit her a little bit better. But you have to know exactly who you are in your situation. So ask yourself those questions. Is your schedule restricting? What is your job looking like? Do you want to jump in? Do you not need the stability? Or are you okay with just jumping in and making it full time? So ask yourself those questions, who you are. So define that. Define that, write it down. The other thing is, what are you looking for in business? So I find that there's different types of people. There's sometimes people come to me and they say, I'm just looking to make some side change. This is just to pay for some vacations here and there. This is a hobby because the kids are at school now, stuff like that. I also hear people, this is the most common one actually, people say, I just want to be comfortable. And I'm telling you, right, it's the most common thing I hear. And the most common thing I hear when I ask, I say, so comfortable, what does that mean? Most people say, oh, I just want to make over $100,000 a year. And I'm like, fantastic. That's awesome. And then what I usually do is I walk them through an exercise, like really understanding what comfortable means for them. So I ask them questions about, okay, great, let's define comfort. What do you want out of comfort? And we get deep into, do you want a lake house? Would you like to have a boat? Are you sending a kid to college? Are you paying for a kid's vehicle? Do you have elderly parents that you're going to need to be taking care of in the near future? All kinds of things. So we go down a battery of questions and we define what comfort looks like to them. Typically, what I'm going to tell you is comfort looks like 175 to 350,000 for most people, because they want things, right? Like when we talk about comfort, it's like, I want to be able to get away, or I want to be able to go on vacations and all these different things. So make sure you know what comfort looks like to you, because that's the most common thing people tell me is I want comfort, and usually it's attached to $100,000, and usually $100,000, especially after you pay Uncle Sam and everything else, isn't enough. So know what that is for you. Other people come at me and say, I'm looking to build an empire, right? I want to amass a fortune. I want to build an empire. I want to leave a legacy. I want a portfolio of real estate investment properties. That's another type of person too. So you have to determine which type of the person you are, like really get to know yourself, ask those questions. Because if you don't have a definite answer of who you are, you're going to have a really tough time lining up with a broker, because you don't know who the heck you are. So number one, find out who you are. We walk through all that, I ask those questions. So the next side is the other side. Now it's understanding researching of brokers. Now this is where we get into it. This is where I need you to take this very seriously. So there's so many different options, right? You have options that there are some brokers who say, we're going to take 150 a transaction and we don't give you nothing. Like, don't ask for nothing. We won't give you nothing. We don't care. There's no training. You're on your own. Figure it out. You have other brokerages that promise you leads, and it may sound amazing. Oh, great, leads. Great. When they give you tons of leads, now you're dependent on their business model and you're dependent on those leads. And it may be difficult for you to wean yourself off of that and build your own business because you're so used to their leads. And what happens if that broker gets out of the business? Or what happens when that broker loses license or decides to just to quit or join something else, and now you're like, I have to follow this dude. I don't know what's going on, or this lady. There's other brokerages that partner and grow your business alongside of you if you want to build a big business. There are brokerages that have a good give and take. It's called interdependent. There's so many different models. Like you're going to find tons of brokers in the Houston, in Texas in general, but especially in the Houston area. I can give you a list of all the different brokers. You can Google it. You can find that yourself as well. But the next part is really important. So with that being said, I highly suggest you interview at least 5 brokerages. 5 different brokerages, some that maybe give you everything, some that give you nothing, some that are low cost, some that are high cost. Like look at 5 different brokerages. Look at maybe a boutique brokerage, like a small local brokerage. Look at some national franchise brokerages, some big brokerages, right? Just look at many different brokerages. Look at least 5. And this is important. Don't just jump with the first brokerage because they say the things you want to hear. What I'm going to tell you is when you're interviewing brokerages, most of them are going to offer you a spot day one. We got a spot for you. Come on. We got it. Let's go. Come on. Sign up today. Come in the office. We'll get you signed up. You may want to be a little bit leery of that. I'm going to challenge you to take a little bit more time. So if you have 5 brokerages and these 3 brokerages say, come on in and sign up, and these 2 say, well, it's an interview process. We're going to take a little time who we get in business with. Finish these interview process. If the interview process is finished with all 5 and you feel like, oh, I still want to go with this one right here who offer me a spot on day 1 or this one, absolutely fine. What I'm telling you is take your time, interview all of them, line them all up, because in the process, it's not just about picking a brokerage to get started. It's about learning. So one brokerage may teach you something about another brokerage that you see value here, there, wherever. So take your time. In the interview process, I suggest you speak to several agents at that brokerage. Find 2 to 3 agents at each of those 5 brokerages and just ask them questions, right? I'm telling you, this is serious. Most of you are thinking, well, I'm just going to pick a brokerage and go, or I've got a friend who's a broker, or blah, blah, blah. That's fantastic. Here's the problem, guys. This isn't about your friend or your friend's brokerage. This isn't about the first brokerage that feed you sandwiches in your real estate course. This is about feeding your family. This is about your future. This is about your career. If it's a part-time gig, it's about the best vacations. I don't know, but it's a serious investment. It's a serious decision. Take your time. So here's some of the questions I come up with. So when you talk to the people that are at the brokerage, some questions you can ask is what they told you it would be actually what it is? Are there any things I need to know that you wish you have known before joining this brokerage? How many transactions have you closed? Of those transactions, do you attribute your success to anything you learned or received from the broker or company? What brokerage did you interview with besides this one? How did you come to choose this brokerage over the others and why? All right, important questions. Then you start to ask yourself, are these type of people that I want to be around with for the next 5 years? That's a solid question. Do I want to be around these type of people for the next 5 years? Is this environment the environment that can help me make me into the person and real estate agent that I want to be? How many agents in this office are achieving success levels that I wish to accomplish? How accessible are those agents to me and how open are they to share with me? That's a big one. What resources are there where I can use them to grow on my own as I grow my business? Like, are there videos? Are there coaching? Are there courses? Are there group coaching? Are there classes like all the time that you can learn from? Are the agents teaching classes, mentoring? Are the agents that are teaching the classes and mentoring, are they successful? Or so the agents that are in the thick of the business that can teach you things right now? What we're learning right now in this market is different than the market I got in '05. It was different than the market I got in 2 or 3 years ago. We are in a totally new market. If you're getting taught classes by someone who isn't in the thick of it and in the mud in the trenches right now, you may be getting a bad education. It may be hurting you. So ask these questions. You need to learn those things. So overall, those are things I can help you with as far as picking the best broker for you. I hope this helps. I hope you make the right decision for you and your family. I hope you take it seriously and interview 5 companies and go all the way through the process and ask all these questions like I told you to. It is serious. Take your time. Joining that right company could change your life. It could turn your business into everything you want it to be. It could give your family financial freedom. Like, it's amazing. So take it seriously. If you have any questions, need any help, if you want a list of brokerages or you want just a little bit more breakdown on basically what I know about some of these brokerages, holler at me. I can help you. I'll completely be non-biased. I just want you to make the best decision for you and your family. It's important. I know when I just joined a buddy, and it took me about 6 years to find my way in this business, which was really tough. Again, my name is Ozzy Ramirez. I'm with Agents Empowering Agents. I run a team here out of Houston, Texas called the AskOzzy.com real estate team. I'm with EXP Realty, and I just love helping people. So any way I can help you to grow, please let me know. I'm here for you. I hope to hear from you guys. Go to our Agents Empowering Agents Facebook page and watch all the videos and learn as much as you can. It's all free. There's no registration. There's no nothing. Go to the YouTube channel and watch the videos as well. Instagram, like I said, we still need to work on that a little bit. But follow our Instagram as well. Have an amazing day. Bless you guys. Go and get it. Bye-bye.